Teams score a great deal of transition baskets. They want to use their speed, their quickness, and attack the defense before it gets set.
So the opening lineup for the Mavericks. Davis out there with Derek Lively. Then there's Najee Marshall. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Thompson in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Davis. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
Sixers ball.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Embiid, a screen on Irving. And he lobs it up. And Embiid throws it down.
Leaping up to hammer down the alley-oop. Embiid's impressive court awareness on full display there.
Irving for three. The rebound by Embiid.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
Now here's Lively. 6 on the shot clock. Thompson fires from way outside. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
I don't think there's any such thing as too deep a shot for Klay Thompson. His range extends way beyond that stripe.
Embiid misses. For Dallas, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Lively with it. Guarded now by Maxey. Lively passes to Thompson. Here's Marshall. Pass to Irving. Takes a 3. Knocks it down from distance.
Excellent setup. The pre-shot preparation, getting into that catch-and-shoot game. We see it, Kyrie.
Philadelphia has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Thompson against Maxey. It's Thompson, high post. Now here's Irving. That three's off the mark.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
George, no good. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. And here's Thompson for 3. He buries it from 3. Thompson's got 6.
Klay Thompson, you can't let him get cooking from 3. Boy, this guy's too accurate as a shooter.
Screen by Embiid. And another miss by Philadelphia. And so Davis will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Irving finds Thompson.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Here's Lively. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving.
Well, a point guard's responsibility in part in today's NBA, get their guys going. And Kyrie Irving doing just that.
Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A. And lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. I asked Coach how they plan to defend Kyrie Irving. He laughed and said, "That's top secret, but seriously, Irving's got those moves, the counter moves, the incredible finishing around the rim, and sometimes you just hope Kyrie has an off night." We'll see how locked in Kyrie is tonight, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. Lively. And a slam dunk by Lively.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
B.A., forget about attempting the long-range 3 to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
And that was sweet. Now here's Irving. Pass to Marshall. Davis with a screen on George. Marshall passes to Davis. Oh, George with a steal. There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter here. And Dallas with possession. They've got a 13-2 run going. Here's Irving. And good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Irving's got 5 points.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
For three, George. It's deflected. They recover it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 4-3. Sinks it from distance. 5 points in the game.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. They're communicating well and straight. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
We've got George, Tyrese Maxey, and Embiid, the catch and the flush.
This guy is such a tough cover in the pick and roll. Paul George threading the needle perfectly. Excellent pass.
And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
And it's going to be a 3-second call.
What you call a 3-second violation. Philadelphia ball.
76ers trail by 6. Right side Maxey. And he's going for the oop here. Stolen by Davis. The ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Maxey. To the inside, Yabusele. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
Embiid with it. And Davis picks him up defensively. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. So it'll be Joel Embiid shooting. It's going to be on Anthony Davis. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
76ers on D. It's a 3-point game. Here's Irving. All right, Doris, Kyrie Irving is a special talent. What's his greatest asset, you think, on the floor?
Oh, PA, this is a tough question. If you ask NBA players, they'll tell you the guy with the best handle historically is Kyrie Irving. But to me, his best attribute, fearlessness, the ability to deliver when it most matters.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
You gotta love Tyrese Maxey's approach to the game. He said, quote, "I really have a simple life. I have this joy about playing basketball. I like putting in the work, so I'm extremely focused, extremely competitive, and I'm out here having the time of my life. I get to do what I love every single day, and it's a blessing," unquote. Brian, he's such a positive guy.
Yeah, he really is. Thanks for that, Allie. Irving, the pass to Lively. Embiid with a steal. George with it. Irving picks him up. That gives him the lead. George has got 5 points now this quarter. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the 76ers.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
They've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
The Mavericks have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Thompson's shot is off.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And the jam by George.
Oh, yes, sir. PJ making it look easy.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
He drops it from range.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
And the jam by George.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, BA.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. Now Philadelphia with it. They're on a 16-5 run. Doris, one place you see this Dallas team show up is in the hustle stance.
BA, this version of the Dallas Mavericks is as tough and as gritty and as willing to compete as any I've seen.
Here's Irving. And the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Well, at least the D was going for it, but he got to the ball just a moment late.
And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Maxey surveys. It's stolen by Lively. There's Davis with the three. Joel Embiid pulls it down. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. He takes it in. Klay Thompson pulls down the board. The Mavericks have gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. Marshall can't hit. The Sixers leading. George with it. Irving picks him up. Fires for 3. George outside. And Kyrie Irving clears the rebound. Irving's got 4 rebounds now. Davis from long range. The putback. The rebound by Embiid. The 76ers have gone 7 for 11 in the second quarter. George. And Davis with the block.
No chance. Davis just too much to handle on the defensive side.
Embiid against Irving. Uses the glass on the layup. Irving's got 9.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Here's George. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. The Mavericks on top. They lead by 1. Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot from Cleveland. They're thinking about the shot.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. And so it's Dallas with it. They've led by as many as 11. And on the floor for Jason Kidd as we get into the second half, they've got Daniel Gafford. Dante Exum is out there with Williams. Then there's P.J. Washington, and it's Prosper in at the 4. Here's Drummond. Gafford with the block. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Drummond. And they pick up 2. Drummond's got his first points of the game.
Well, if you're that size and you're Andre Drummond, be aggressive and assertive in the paint. I'm going to dictate the action inside, he says.
Close game here in Philadelphia. Here's Bonin, right wing. And there's a pick. Out to Oubre. Just 5 to shoot. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Here's McCain. Sinks the tray. And now a 4-point Philadelphia lead.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
And there's the lob. And the dunk by Gafford.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Drummond against Williams. Now here's Drummond. He's guarded closely, and they forced the shot clock violation. Great D.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Outside, Williams. There's a screen. Down low. Ooh, the deft touch on the lob.
Smooth finish off a terrific feed.
Man, the timing and execution couldn't have been any better right there. Here's Drummond. And Drummond with the jam.
It's just too easy for Andre Drummond. Gets the inside position and leaves no doubt.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Sixers' two stars make a great pairing. Maxey said of Embiid, since I was a rookie, he's had the ultimate faith and believed in me. And Embiid said of Maxey, he's something else. Always smiling with the same energy. Good games, bad games, always the same. People like that set the tone for everybody else. Brian?
That's a good call, Allie. Thank you. Inside, Gafford. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Gafford's gotten 4 this quarter.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Doughton passes to Drummond. From the arc. Gafford grabs the miss.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Exum outside. Pass to Williams.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
And he lobs it up top. Prosper misses.
And the idea was good, but the execution severely lacking.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
Oh, great teamwork right there.
Hey, you got to love the finish. Bringing it down with some attitude. They get the rebound. Gafford finds Washington. Three-pointer. Connects from downtown.
Washington.
Washington's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Now here's Drummond. Rebounded by Prosper.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
And they take the lead. Gafford's got 6. We've seen 5 lead changes so far. Neither team able to pull away.
Yeah, this game just feels like it's going to come down to the wire.
Pass to Exum from deep. Pure from 3-point range. And now it's a 4-point Maverick lead. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
Those block shot numbers are big as well, guys, sending a clear message. We are not going to be scored on easily.
He was grabbing the rim to extend the hang time.
Hey, maybe making sure the landing was kinder than the takeoff. Williams passes to Gafford. No good with the triple. Philadelphia is gone, only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Stolen by Gafford. 4-3. Offensive rebound. Now Drummond. Over Williams. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got Tyrese Maxey. Joel Embiid is out there with Paul George. And it's Yabusele in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Oh, there's the alley. Oh, George with a steal. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And the 76ers lead by 2. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
And a foul called on the way up. And they're not happy with the call here. Coach is given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed.
Under NBA rules, 2 minutes are allowed.
Be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
It's blocked, and they'll get another chance. Just 5 on the clock.
Sure, he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Thompson passes to Davis. From outside, off the mark. Philadelphia leading by 4. Here's George. And the rebound goes to Dallas.
76ers foul.
Davis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends. You got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
And George with the jam.
There are nights where it's impossible to stop Paul George. He is such a strong guy who knows how to convert through these plays.
Mavericks trail by 6. To the inside. Here's Davis. Davis getting it done in the paint.
Yeah, between his length and touch, Davis is the perfect interior player.
George outside. Takes a 3. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Davis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Oh, George with a steal. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. And he drops it in from the low post. George has got 11 in the second half. The floater, and Embiid with the block.
Yeah, imposing his will. Embiid sending a message with that rejection.
Rebound by Philadelphia. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 13-5 run. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
His second personal foul.
There's no debate there. He got hammered.
At the line for Philadelphia, Paul George.
And the second of 2 is good. And that makes it a 7-point lead. Dallas has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. Irving for 3. Another miss by Irving.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
Here's George. And right on target. That one's good. George has got 28.
How about the triple drive ability of Paul George, the quick handles for a guy his size.
Irving, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to go on Tyrese Maxey.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
First free throw is good, and that brings him with an 8.
One thing that stands out about Kyrie Irving, obviously, his creativity, especially when it comes to his handle, as good as it gets.
Here's George. Thompson pulls it in. Thompson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Irving, and it's blocked by Embiid. Thompson against George. Shoots from 14. Good. George has got 30.
Well, you expect Paul George to either take it right to the cup or shoot the 3. You give up that in-between space, and he hits the mid-range.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now. It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Oh, deflected from the high post. And here's Lively. Out of bounds. It'll be Philadelphia's ball.
This is one of those nights. Mistake after mistake, a comedy of errors.
George outside. And George with the jam. And the 76ers lead by 11.
That's the type of move that you see in a dunk contest.
Takes great confidence to alley-oop to yourself.
Sure does.
When Kyrie Irving comes off that pick and roll, he has so much attention on him due to his speed that it results in a lot of easy shots for the guys around him.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Shot clock at 6. George's shot is off. And that one's good. Irving. So it's Philadelphia picking up the win. I'm sure they would. Hard alley. Good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill.
right, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. Halliburton in the backcourt. Nembhard to his side. And it's Mathurin in at the 3. Halliburton deciding where to go with it. Off target from three-point range. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. To the inside. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by George.
Hey, go to that whenever you can. I mean, Embiid has a huge advantage in size and skill.
And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Halliburton against Maxey. Halliburton passes to Nembhard. Here's Turner. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
Man, love how Turner reads the defense, sensing and seeing separation as the pass is coming his way. Man, calmly pulling up for the shot. Nice.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I was able to talk with Nick Nurse for a minute. I asked him about the challenge of facing Miles Turner, and he said this guy is a problem for our offense. Miles is an incredible shot blocker. You have to know where he is on the floor at all times. Now, we don't normally hear a coach talk about somebody's defense first, but Turner is that guy. Fellas?
Thanks, David. Tyrese Halliburton is flat-out special, Clark. Yeah, you say it all the time. He is an absolute machine on offense.
He really is an orchestrator, a maestro of platinum-level capability. His turnover numbers, outstanding. He's a guy that flirts with the 50, 40, 90 shooting splits and is going to lead the league in assists, I think, a better part of his career going forward. That's how good he is.
Here's Grimes. It's tipped, and he stays with it. Yabusele passes to George. Clock is at 3. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Pass to Turner. Siakam outside. Mathurin with a screen on George. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy.
An extra element to Siakam's game. He can really handle the ball and even initiate offense.
And here's George for 3. And it's George again missing. Inside, Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
The assist.
But nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Now, here's Maxey. Embiid, no good. 1:52 left to play in the first quarter. George against Halliburton. Now, Mathurin. Turner with the screen. Beyond the arc. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Yabusele passes to Embiid. No one near him. Siakam pulls it in.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there, and neither can he.
You know, Clark, the days of trust the process are long gone. The Sixers are now focused on the now.
As well they should be, Kevin. With a superstar big guy in his prime and Joel Embiid, there's no time like the present, and it's not going to last forever, so they need to capitalize. Here's
Maxey after Indiana gets the 3. And here's George for 3. It's hauled in by Tyrese Halliburton. Bounce pass Nembhard. Here's Mathurin. Pass to Turner. And it's slammed in by Turner.
Defensive foul.
You know, guys, it's good to see Turner converting these difficult baskets. I mean, in part because it has to help his confidence.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And going back to his numbers from just a season ago, he was knocking it down at a 77% clip. And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Paul George with the steal. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here he goes. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick. Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
Outside, George fires from deep. Embiid sets the pick for George. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
They've got Embiid. Abusele out there with George. Then there's Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. Last season, Miles Turner became the Pacers' all-time leader in block shots.
That's a pretty impressive feat when you consider some of the Pacers who played there historically. Jermaine O'Neal, Rick Smith, Roy Hibbert. Come on now. Great work by Miles Turner. So we need to give him his flowers now, and I think he's going to continue to add to that shot block total.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. And I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
I know you and I agree. They do, David. Thank you very much.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Now, here's Maxey. To the middle. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Siakam. Here's Nemhard. He's covered by Maxey. Halliburton outside. Tries the spin move. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move. And he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Embiid.
Halliburton was hungry for that hoop. Taking the ball right to the rack and drawing the foul.
Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
Out to the wing. Siakam finds Mathurin. Launches a 3. Drops in the tray. Mathurin's got 5 points now this quarter.
And with each made 3, Mathurin's confidence rises, an encouraging sign.
Popped up there for him. Embiid climbs the ladder, if that's even possible.
Hey, get that pass anywhere near the rack. Embiid's on the stuff.
It's Nemhard on the wing. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Mathurin with a screen on Embiid. Throws it up high. And it's Mathurin missing.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Here's Halliburton. Paul George making his last shot. Halliburton kicks to Turner. Lets it go with the 3. And it's Grimes with the rebound. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Pacers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Poked away. Dives for it. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball.
Sixers ball.
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
A minute 50 left in the first half of basketball. Maxey, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And with their offensive firepower, have the Pacers Clark maxed out at that end of the floor?
There's still a lot of room for this team to grow offensively, Kevin. A low rate of free throws is something they can improve on, and a relatively low rate of threes and offensive boards. Those are areas that can get better. I think there's another level they have to reach yet.
Oh, great move by Siakam. That is why they call him Spicy Pete.
Knocked away. It's stolen by Mathurin. Pass to Siakam. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Here's George. The rebound by Turner. Pacers leading by 4. Oh, Turner in position. Outside for Halliburton. 6 to shoot. Here's Nembhard. His 3-pointers off the mark.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
That one good for 2. George has got 19 points.
Yeah, this guy certainly knows how to take over a game. I wonder who made George mad tonight. They're paying for it now.
Pacers have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
He hits the second from the line. 16 seconds left here in the second. Here's Doughton. He's covered by McConnell. Unloads. They grab their own miss, and Drummond kicks to Oubre. The tray. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Pacers lead by 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. It's been one outstanding game from George.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
On the court right now for the Pacers. The forward spots with Nesmith and Siakam. Shepard out there with T.J. McConnell. And it's Bryant in at the 5 spot. And now the 76ers on the break. A 3-ball. It's good from long range. McCain's got the first basket of the third quarter for the 76ers. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Pascal Siakam is nominally a power forward, but his versatility at both ends of the floor allows him to play a number of roles. Siakam says that's where the NBA has been going. It's always positionless basketball. I feel like I can do anything. And in today's game, Kevin, that means tremendous value for Siakam. Back to you.
Doesn't it? My goodness, David, he is something else. Thank you very much. And stolen by McConnell. Well placed LU pass into the layup. And the Pacers lead by 2.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
No one near Drummond as he lets it go. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded it.
Bryant with a screen on Oubre. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Nesmith. From outside, off the mark. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's McCain. Down low. It's stolen by Shepard. Siakam passes to Bryant. Kicks it out to Siakam. Spins. Shepard with the ball. Takes it inside.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Back to Drummond. Pass to Downton.
2 minutes remaining in the
For
third.
the lead.
2 minutes.
A putback. It's good on the putback. Drummond's got it all tied up now for the 76ers.
This is what Drummond is known for, fellas. I mean, assertive, aggressive, relentless, hard-working. He's just a dogged offensive rebound.
The 76ers have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
To the paint. Here's McConnell. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. McConnell's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Intercepted. Nesmith can't get it to go.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him on a rhythm.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Clark, as we watch Aaron Nesmith, he was such a great shooter in college, and it took him a while to find his stroke in the NBA.
And you know what, Kevin, nothing really surprising about that. Most players struggle to find their game in the NBA, to find their role in the NBA. But Nesmith, he's found his rhythm and his role, and he clearly is dangerous from behind the arc. George can be so deadly on the drive. He's got great quickness. He sees an opening and takes it right away.
And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. Pass to Nesmith. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. Nesmith has got 5. Outside, George. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Nice work to get it inside and
First team foul.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Here's Halliburton. 5 points in the game. With 1 on the clock. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's the Pacers up 1. Live from Philadelphia. You're watching. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up on a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. We've got George Abusele out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2-guard position. That's the group in the game for the 76ers.
Substitution. Number 1, Obi Toppin.
George against Mathurin. And George kicks to Yabusele. They set the pick. George with the ball. Halliburton picks him up. They now take the lead. Maxi's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Philadelphia.
Really showing you how quick he can be with the basketball. Maxi letting it fly in a hurry.
And George gets the whistle that time.
Paul George.
That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And here is Toppin. For three. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Maxi, no good. Indiana trailing here. Nembhard, the pass to Toppin. Outside Turner. And that one, good.
I tell you what, Turner just has a beautiful touchdown on the block. I mean, if you get the ball where he wants it, he'll deliver for you.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Popped up there for Embiid. Turner with the steal. One-on-one fast break. Here's Mathurin, and it's in there. And the Pacers lead by 2. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Pacers.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And not just that, they're also forcing turnovers at a high rate and taking advantage in transition.
Third personal foul. Second team foul.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Halliburton against Maxi. 6 on the shot clock. For the three. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's George. Yabusele passes to Embiid. Back to Mathurin. Ball stolen. And now Philadelphia on the break. And then George with the jam.
And George is very good in how he leaks out in transition. Times it perfectly and really creates high percentage shots for himself as a result.
Here's Mathurin. Back to Turner. Good D by Embiid. The 76ers lead. Here's George. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Mathurin.
And on Benedict Mathurin.
Well, George can really change pace quickly. He's excellent at drawing physical contact.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
Getting it done at the line as he usually does. And that could be huge in a tight game like this one.
Here's Halliburton. The rebound by Paul George. Philadelphia leading by 4. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter. Maxi against Halliburton. Now Nembhard. And it's Grimes with the rebound. Grimes has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Embiid. Oh, Embiid too tough inside.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Outside Mathurin. 107 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Toppin. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
George with the ball. And it's Toppin picking him up. Pass to Embiid. Fires for 3. Hands it from downtown. And it's a 9-point-76ers lead.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Halliburton for three. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
Here's Maxey. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And Mathurin has got the ball here for the Pacers. No one near Turner as he lets it go. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist.
Sweet dime that time from Halliburton. This combo guard has really impressive floor awareness, folks.
Now, here is George. Over Mathurin. So Philadelphia wins it. It was up for grabs, right? Thank you, David. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Alder, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.
It's about putting points on the board in bunches.
A BA, it seems to be a league-wide trend in many respects. There's so much conversation about how skilled these players are, the range shooting that you've got to deal with defensively. I think we've got to redefine the definition of good defense because these guys are so good.
A look at Indiana's starting group. Halliburton and Nembhard, the 1 and the 2. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Mathurin in at the small forward position. Here's Davis, and finished off by Davis.
You talk about guys that like to go right to the rim. AD is towards the top of that list.
Three-pointer, Halliburton. Gets the 3 ball to go.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Irving against Halliburton. Irving, the pass to Marshall, shoots over Mathurin, kept alive, out to Thompson, buries it from 3.
At his absolute best, Klay Thompson rise and fire on the catch. Good night defense.
Dallas foul. Najee Marshall. First personal foul. First team foul.
Thompson with a steal. And there's the whistle. That goes on Pascal Siakam. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Now here's Irving. Oh, and Turner with a block.
Well, you're talking 6'11" and big-time length. Send it back, Mr. Turner.
Thompson passes to Irving. Misses the 3. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. And certain guys are just solid with what they do. Doris, I think that applies to Andrew Nembhard.
Yeah, I think it does, B.A., because whenever he's out there, there's this steadying presence he brings. And that is while competing at a high level on the defensive end. His competitive toughness might be his best attribute.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Halliburton. Tries a three off the inbound. Again, Irving missing. The Pacers have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Halliburton with the ball. Irving picks him up. Turner, a screen on Irving. And the dunk by Halliburton.
Tyrese Halliburton saying, I'm not just a pure shooter, folks. I've got a little ups in my game.
Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And he's going for the lob. It's tipped. Out of bounds. It'll be Indiana's ball. And one guy with a vested interest in Dallas tonight, Mark Cuban.
Yeah, you better believe it. He's been an incredible addition to this league in every way. Sometimes controversial, but that's what pioneers are like. And he put the Mavs on the map from the time he appeared on the scene.
The shot by Nembhard, no good. Dallas has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Anthony Davis is letting it fly. He said, the way that teams are playing me, I've been getting back to the mid-range. It's an easier shot instead of fighting the double team, so that's all it is, continuing to trust it and shoot it. Brian, we've seen that jumper. It could be a real weapon for him.
Yeah, that's a good call, Allie. Thanks. Here's Halliburton. After the Mavericks picking up a basket just a moment ago. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. And here's Davis. He'll bring it up for the Mavs. Yep, that one goes. Irving's got his second basket of the game.
There isn't a bad shot for Kyrie Irving right now. His offensive attack is so versatile.
Here's Halliburton. Takes it inside. And the dunk by Halliburton.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
1:21 left in the first quarter. The Mavericks leading. Thompson in the post. He's guarded by Nembhard. Now here's Thompson. Tightly guarded. Outside Davis. 5 to shoot. And the foul on Anthony Davis. That's his first foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
The Pacers have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Halliburton got it. Makes him 4 for 6 from the floor.
Well, you love when guards are unafraid to get to the painted area and finish. Go ahead, Tyrese.
Got a piece of it. It's a one-on-one situation. Nembhard outside. A good look from Mathurin. And that misses. That would have put him up.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Yeah, the complete package is AD. Had the defense's attention and found the open man.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Outside Mathurin. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Irving looking around. Siakam outside. 4 seconds left. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Second personal foul.
It's going to be on Anthony Davis. Indiana shooting their first free throws of the game now.
2 shots.
Both shots good from the stripe. Ooh, poked away. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will keep it.
They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things.
2 on the clock. And Davis lays it in.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
And so, lots of scoring in a competitive first quarter. Dallas on top. Up. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Mavericks.
Well, they came out with a physical presence and made rebounding a priority.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
On the floor for Indiana, Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Nembhard and Mathurin, they're the wings. And it's Halliburton in at the 1.
Boy, a lot of confidence to Mathurin's game. That efficiency has to get better, but he is not shy.
Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5.
Down low. And then Turner with the dunk.
How about that? He's 7 feet tall, and Miles Turner, because of that ability to move in any direction at any moment, is a big-time problem inside.
Now here's Irving. He has 6. To the middle. From behind the arc. And it falls. 4 for 8 for him from the floor.
I mean, if you want to chase him off the line, that's fine, but that ability to triple drive, this guy is impossible to guard. Kyrie Irving.
And Siakam gets it to go.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Here's Thompson. He can't hit that time. Excellent D there from Siakam. Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. With the drive, that puts him in the lead. Siakam's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, Siakam with the ball on the deck, slicing his way through the defense to get a shot opportunity pretty.
Irving with it. Siakam covering. Pass to Marshall. On the wing, Irving. 6 on the shot clock. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
First personal
Grant,
foul.
we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
Well, inside the painted area, Klay Thompson showing off a little bit of touch.
Siakam outside. And it's off from three-point range. The Mavericks lead by 3. Oh, it's stolen by Siakam. Here's Nembhard driving in. The layup off target.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. Dallas has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Pacers love to push it up. Tyrese Halliburton said it's our biggest strength. Teams don't want to run with us. They know when you play us, have your track shoes ready. Especially if you're coming off of a back-to-back or you have a packed schedule. You do not want to see us. Brian, they have their identity.
No doubt about that, and it starts with him. And the basket by Siakam.
Well, all you have to do when a teammate has the basketball is beat a target, and Pascal steps into it and lets it go. Nicely done.
Now here's Irving. He's got 11, and he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there, and this is his second trip to the line tonight. And the first one at the line is good.
One thing that stands out about Kyrie Irving, obviously, his creativity, especially when it comes to his handle, as good as it gets. An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
On the wing, Nembhard. Thompson against Siakam. On the wing, Mathurin takes the 3, and the rebound goes to Dallas. Lively's got his 4th rebound in this one. Thompson goes in. Oh, Klay takes the contact and finishes.
Boy, beautiful shot off contact. That is what you get with a bigger guard like Klay Thompson.
And stolen by Irving. Here's the break. The finish! And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And they've made themselves easy pickings. Sloppy ball control creates an easily converted turnover.
Outside Matherin. Launches it. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Out to the right wing. Here's Marshall. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. And they'll give that one to Miles Turner.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Marshall taking 2 shots.
No good on the second free throw. Pacers trail by 10. Here's Nembhard. It's good. And give the assist to Siakam. Siakam's got 3 assists in the game.
Boy, Pascal Siakam plays at his own pace, able to find the open man.
Davis, the pass to Irving. We've got 22 seconds left in the second period. Thompson outside. 5 on the clock. Dallas, no good that time either. Nembhard, good.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Here's Irving. Here's Davis. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. That'll do it for the first half. The Maverick Alley, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
He took a head-on approach in the first half, going straight at the D and drawing fouls.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
Dante Exum is out there with Williams. Then there's P.J. Washington. Then it's Daniel Gafford. And it's Prosper in at power forward. That's Jason Kidd's 5 as we get into the second half. No good there. Oh, nice D from Nesmith. Pacers trail by 6. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Gafford with a screen on Toppin. Exum outside. Pass to Williams. And the 3 off target. Well, the Pacers shooting it with confidence. 54% so far. Toppin outside. Tipped away. And up the court they come. The Mavericks on the break. And the dunk by Gafford.
And just good hustle. Always nice to get an easy bucket on the break.
We call that one the do-it-yourself kit.
Pass to Toppin. 3-pointer. Nails it from 3. Toppin's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Wow, from the arc, Toppin shoots with real authority. You can tell it's an area of the floor that he's comfortable.
Prosper. They grab their own miss. Williams from long range. No luck on that one.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Oh, it's blocked by Washington. And he gets it back to the left wing. Pass to Shepard. And that's going to be a travel.
Boy, not on the same page there. And the possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
Two minutes into the second half of play now. Mikata with a steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Pacers. And Nesmith gets it to go.
A sharp steal and some quick offense cuts it down to a one-possession game. Well done.
Williams passes to Exum. Toppin with a double team. Out of bounds. It'll be Indiana's ball.
Indiana ball.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. For the lead. Gafford grabs the miss. The Mavericks have gone only 1 for 6 here in the second half. Washington outside. Clock at 6. Lets it go from deep. Exum outside. Let's go with a 3. It's hauled in by McConnell. Indiana trailing here.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Shepard. No points so far. McConnell left side. There's the triple. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Exum. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Exum's got his first points in this one.
Really good anticipation by Dante Exum. He feels the defense laying off, and he sticks it.
McConnell with it. Washington's there. And the shot's good.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Exum right side. Pass to Prosper. Fires from deep. Sinks the tray. Prosper's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Well, Dante Exum doing a little bit of everything right now. Pretty pass.
Pacers trail by 4. McConnell outside. Spins. Here's Bryant. He can't get it to go. Nice D from Gafford. Dallas has gone just 1 of 5 from 3-point range here in the third quarter. Here's Exum. Nails it from beyond the arc. Exum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, Dante Exum knocking down shots will put a smile on this team's face. He continues to work on the offensive end.
McConnell passes to Bryant. To the paint. Here's Toppin. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Assist goes to
Toppin's got 5.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Exum attacking. The kick out to Williams. Exum outside. Releases. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. He's got 7.
I like that decision right there. Don't try to force a shot inside. Kick it out.
And here's Toppin from the arc. Washington grabs the miss. Outside, Williams from the arc. They get it again. Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Dallas on top. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Nembhard and Mathurin, they're the wings. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Halliburton in at the 1.
6'9" with excellent elevation. No trouble at the cup for Siakam.
Outside for Davis. And that one's on target from the wing. And the Mavericks lead by 7. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Mavericks.
Yeah, they've done a great job of challenging every shot they can. Their totals in the block column are a result of that aggression.
And another theme in this game to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
First team foul.
That free throw good from Irving.
At the line for Dallas, Kyrie Irving. Taking
Both free throws good from Irving. Pacers trail by 7. Halliburton outside. On the wing, Mathurin to the middle. Here's Turner. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
When Turner's scoring buckets inside, he is really testing the defense. This guy has a whole lot of game.
Irving attacking to the inside. Lively passes to Marshall. Thompson outside. Davis a screen. Puts up a three. Thompson, no good. For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Irving with it. Siakam covering. Oh, it's stolen by Siakam. Pass to Turner. And then Turner with the dunk.
Well, you love Miles Turner at that size to be able to move that fluidly and get an easy bucket in transition.
The Mavericks trailing. And here's Thompson for three. Again, the miss by Dallas. The Pacers have gotten almost all of their shots to fall in the fourth. 6 of 7. Siakam gets the bucket.
Well, this is part of Pascal Siakam's growth, the willingness to absorb nightly responsibility to score the ball.
Halliburton outside. Puts it up. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
To end the run. Outside Davis.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Back to Lively.
2 minutes.
Out to Thompson. Tries again. Pass to Marshall. Now here's Davis. Knocks it loose. Oh, stolen by Turner. Oh, and a fast break for the Pacers. Here's Siakam. That's good. And Halliburton gets the assist. And the Pacers lead by 5. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pacers.
You have to be a fan of the energy they played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
And another theme in this game to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert them.
Pass to Siakam. And then Siakam with the jam.
And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
Takes precision timing for sure. Irving, pass to Lively. Back to Irving. Here's Marshall. The three. The rebound by Tyrese Halliburton. Siakam against Davis. Back to Siakam. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Fires for three. Nembhard, good.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
There's Davis with the three. Mathurin with a rebound. On offense, here are the Pacers. Here's Siakam. And Davis with the block. And then Siakam with the jam.
You can see why they go to this guy so often. More often than not, he's going to be very efficient like he is right here.
Now Siakam. Here's Nembhard. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
It goes on Kyrie Irving. Good on the first. And that'll push the lead to double digits.
2 shots.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
He did enough to put this one away. Just a hard-fought battle.
Second team foul.
And so Indiana takes this one by a big margin. Boy, a nice win on the road. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Dorisburg, this is
possessions, each team with a formidable front court.
Yeah, both these teams are loaded with a lot of skill down low. Kind of old school. Should be a physical contest.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. We've got Yabusele. He's out there with Joel Embiid. Tyrese Maxey out there with George. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard. Now here is Davis driving to the basket. And Davis throws it down.
Yeah, Davis is big, but he can move. He just knows how to drive hard and get an easy finish at the rim.
Embiid sets the pick for George. Stolen by Lively. Fast break Dallas. Irving with it. George picks him up. Irving misses. George against Irving. And it's blocked. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. George against Lively. And George kicks to Yabusele. Nailed from three-point land.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
Launches it. Another three for Dallas.
And Irving is so quick on the pull-up, not giving the D much time to react.
Maxey looking it over. And Embiid throws it down.
That's a big target for some alley-oops. Embiid using that size.
Pass to Marshall. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
The shot by George, no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here is George. Into the lane. Davis with some nice D. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. The Mavericks shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Something that really speaks to Kyrie's talent is his ability to impact the game the minute he steps on the floor. The game changes completely with the ball in his hands.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Lively the pass to Irving. Lively sends a screen to Irving. Here's the teardrop. And Marshall kicks to Irving. Shot clock at 6. Davis down low. Another shot. Irving can't get it to go. The 76ers trail by 8. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the Mavericks with possession. They're on a 13-5 run. Arguably one of the best bigs of his generation, Anthony Davis. I know you admire his game.
Well, he takes over the game on both ends of the floor. You would look at a Tim Duncan, a Kevin Garnett, a guy that can beat you with 5 blocks, or a guy that can dominate the post and score 25 a night.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right on whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin? Wow.
I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful, thank you. Here's Irving. That's good, and that evens things out for him. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game.
Such a smooth operator out of the pick and roll. Irving can do so much with the ball. It's ridiculous. It makes it so difficult to game plan for him because he can break down pretty much any defense.
And the call will be against Najee Marshall.
First personal foul.
That is his first foul of the game. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's George driving inside.
And this is George at his best, taking it at the defense, playing downhill.
Out to Thompson, lets the 3 fly, drains it from beyond the arc.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basket.
And George with the stuff.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. 1 second left. And so it's Dallas heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their lead. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Dallas.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
We've got Derek Lively. Irving is out there with Thompson. Then it's Anthony Davis, and it's Marshall in at the small forward. So that's who Dallas starts the second. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Here's George, stolen by Thompson. Right side Davis. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Punishing the rim there. When George makes up his mind he's going to dunk it, there is not much you can do.
The shot's good from Irving.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Pass to Embiid. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Takes the 3. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Over to the wing. Marshall inside the 3-point line. No good from the wing. The 76ers trail by 7. The 3 from George. The Mavericks pull it in. Davis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Thompson right side. Thompson hammers it down.
A little bit of bounce, still play. Okay, I see you. Get off the floor with a little ease, with a little dunk.
From deep, George. Another miss by Philadelphia. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Mavericks. Thompson misses. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up. Well, we've seen this a few times, Richard. Players getting booed at home. And it's got to be painful for a player.
You get taken back a little bit. For some players, it's deserved. But it's always a surprise. But you have to be self-aware. Did you deserve to get booed? In most cases, it's true. And Clay looking opportunistic in transition. Great job executing there.
And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
And ways to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. And they pick up 2.
That is just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line. This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
Greg, you love this topic more than anyone. When you think about the best ball handlers of all time, where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. That sends Kyrie Irving to the free throw line. That one on Maxey. The 76ers trail by 8. The shot by George, wide open. No good from outside.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Pass to Lively. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. Triggers a replay review by the official.
Lively, 2 shots.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
A lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. Good on the second free throw. And while Embiid was on record praising the importance of continuity, I don't know that, Richard, the 76ers front office felt the same way.
Oh, yeah. What you say out loud versus your actions can be very, very different in this game. When you have a chance to go big game hunting, you do. The goal was to bring in some help for Embiid and Maxey, and they accomplished it.
5 to shoot. Here's Irving. Score the basket, his 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
As soon as Irving gets going, well, good luck trying to slow him. Looking flat out dominant right now.
Here's Grimes. And a miss there on the triple. And Richard talking about Anthony Davis for a second here. When healthy, he's still one of the best players in the NBA.
Yeah, his health has always been a question mark for quite a while, Kevin. But make no mistake, when AD's good to go, he's one of the best players in the world. I'm not sure we've seen someone like AD before. Super long, skilled, athletic. He's just a unique talent.
Embiid from outside. Rebound by Marshall. And now we've got the intentional foul.
There's really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. Maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
The Mavericks shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And no matter what, one of the big positives they can take away from this game is how well they perform at the line.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
And that's going to be a turnover. They called for 8 seconds.
76ers ball.
Eight seconds left in the first half. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. That's good, and it's Embiid with the assist. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
The deep 3 from George. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And get ready for the fans' half-court shot. Drum roll, please. Ooh, they're measuring up the shot.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with the game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. We've got Kelly Oubre, and it's Bona in at the 4 slot, and it goes down 2 points.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Williams' shot is off.
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw him miss a shot like that. It's been a while.
Here's McCain. Down low, and Drummond throws it down.
And when he gets himself into the right position, Drummond so powerful in terms of finishing at the rim. The only way to prevent that alley-oop is to keep him from getting to the launching pad in the first place. Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Andre Drummond.
Putting his power on full display there. Drummond's teammates trust him to make those plays down low.
Yep, it counts.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. The 76ers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
So he gets them both. Now here's Williams. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Exum. With the drive, and finished off by Exum.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's Bona. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. The 76ers have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. Now Williams. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oubre with the steal. Here's McCain. He's defended by Exum. Inside. Stolen by Exum. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. And here is Gafford. Just 5 to shoot. From 18 feet away, it's hauled in by the 76ers. Here's McCain. Knocks down the 3 ball. McCain's got 5 points so far.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Prosper. They get it again. Washington passes to Williams. Exum with it. Back to Williams. Second chance shot, and misses it off the right side of the rim. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
Oubre outside. And Drummond throws it down.
Once Drummond gets the ball there, you can kiss it goodbye.
And then Washington with the dunk.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Lobbed up there for Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Pass to Washington. From the wing. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Drummond's got 4 rebounds in this game. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Stolen by Exum. To the middle. Here's Gafford. That shot missing. Good D by Drummond. 76ers trailing. 4-3. Oubre. Rebounded by Prosper. For the lead. Pass to McCain. Oubre. No one around him. Hits it from three-point range. Oubre's got the lead up to 1 now for the 76ers. To the inside. And stolen by Drummond. Here's Bona. And he goes in for the dunk.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
And it's so much easier said than done. But now it's all about keeping that momentum going forward.
And not so fast. The officials are going to check that
The previous play is under the
right before we go to the 4th.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even...
That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. We're back after this from American Airlines Center. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. Derek Lively is out there with Davis, and there's Klay Thompson, then there's Irving, and it's Marshall in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. It's Klay off the drive.
Impressive athleticism from Klay on the cut. Feels like he can score the ball whenever he wants.
And Embiid kicks to Maxey. Now, here's George. He's guarded closely. To the middle.
76ers foul. Joel Embiid.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
I like how they've been attacking the lane. It's been beautiful. All game long, they've been successful penetrating and getting offensive production.
And one other thing, I love how comfortable they are looking to operate from mid-range. No qualms about taking those wide open jumpers.
Embiid sets the pick for George. No good with the triple. Mavericks leading by 4. Outside, Davis. Davis owning the inside.
Inside, Davis has the upper hand. His height makes getting to his shot that much easier.
Outside, Maxey. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And so George will bring it up for the 76ers. There's the pick. To the paint. Abu Saleh kicks to Embiid. The 3. Good for Embiid.
Look, and he knows he has the green light. Embiid's kind of attitude in these moments just makes him even more lethal.
Here's Irving. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Davis finds Irving. Back to Davis. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Lively. Thompson from long range. The rebound by Yabusele. Yabusele's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And stolen by Thompson. And now here's Davis, the fast break opportunity. And finished off by Lively.
And that just may put the finishing touch on this one. Not at all a time to get sloppy with the ball.
George with a screen on Thompson. And Davis sends it back.
It's the length of Davis that makes it so hard to shoot over top.
76ers foul. Gershon Yabusele. Third personal foul. Second team.
And that one falls for Irving.
Now at the line for your Mavericks, Kyrie Irving.
And so Irving nails both of them. Here's Maxey. From outside the arc, the 76ers again can't hit it. Davis with it. George picks him up. There's Anthony Davis, and finished off by Davis.
For a powerful guy now, Davis is also graceful. Look, he can just smoothly work his way inside to the shot.
That's tipped. Looking to end the run, and George with the stuff.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Irving can't hit.
Now look, this won't go down as a block, but the D made him change his shot, and that was enough.
Maxey, that ball's nice speed that time from George.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Irving, good.
From mid-range, Irving is so consistent. He can hit that shot whenever he needs to.
Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Paul George.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Thompson passes to Davis, and Davis throws it down.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
And George kicks to Maxey. Releases. It's rebounded by Dallas. Now, here is Irving. Pass to Marshall. There's 31 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Outside, Davis. Clock at 6. Outside, Irving. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Paul George.
It's the first that brings them within single digits. And he makes both free throws. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Philadelphia ball.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
Here's Grimes. Buries it from outside.
Grimes. 3.
8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now Irving. 3. Marshall misses there. And so it's Dallas winning this one. It was a fantastic ball game. All right, David, thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Onside.
Well, they've got two main ingredients. One, you've got to have a system that demands unselfishness, and then you need players that are willing to play unselfishly, and they've got both of those things.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. We've got Maxey, George out there with Joel Embiid, and it's Yabusele in at the 4 slot.
Because he's a stretch floor with a reliable and consistent 3, George adds a lot to this offense.
Now here's Turner. Matherin passes to Halliburton. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
That one rocked this arena.
That's the kind of dunk right there that makes you think he's going to rip down the rim.
Now that is some real industrial size strength right there.
He's just such a long and powerful player. I mean, once Siakam gets inside like this, he's ready to jam.
Clark, we hear a lot of talk about Halliburton's Supreme Court vision. Just how good is it?
I think it's phenomenal, B.A. To be the facilitator that he is, you've got to have an understanding of what you're trying to run, but also a feel for how to get people shots and to adjust on the fly to what the defense is providing. And it's feel as much as it is skill. Feeling where defenders are, feeling where your teammates are or might be. And that is a gift. And he's honed that in a way that's made him one of the top dime droppers in the league.
And then Turner with the dunk.
Well, you can't let Turner get that inside. When you do, he's going to abuse you with a throwdown right on top of your head.
Pass to Embiid. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
The Pacers have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Halliburton outside. It's stolen by Maxey. And here's the fast break. Matherin with a steal. And he's all alone for the finish. And Siakam with the slam.
Matherin's athleticism and anticipation made that fast break happen.
From deep three-point range. Matherin with a rebound. Now the Pacers with it. They're on an 11-2 run. Turner finds Halliburton. Turner against Maxey. Turner passes to Halliburton. And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Embiid, a screen on Halliburton. Embiid can't hit.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
2 minutes.
76ers trail by 6.
2 minutes.
Shot from the low post is good. George has got 7.
George takes the contact, but good body control there allows him to finish.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Rick Carlisle. I talked with him about Joel Embiid and asked him what he wants his team to do against him defensively. And he said, I told our big guys to play with physicality out there, but to also know when to go straight up and not let him bait us into silly fouls. It's not an easy assignment, but coach seemed confident in their chances of containing Joel. Guys?
As always, Allie, we thank you. And Clark, this last summer, former Sixer Doug Collins inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well-deserved honor for Doug. I mean, he's Philly's former #1 overall pick back in 1973, and he played almost a decade there for the Sixers. Also coached the Sixers, among many other teams that he had a chance to coach in the NBA, but clearly an NBA lifer and one of the best guys that's part of the NBA fraternity. Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
Now here's Turner. 6 to shoot. The 3-ball. The rebound by Maxey.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Here's Yabusele. Embiid, a screen on Siakam. Yabusele, look that.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's Halliburton. 7 points in the game.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Here's George. Oh, and Turner with a block.
What timing from Turner. I mean, that's a big part of blocking shots. Reading the shooter and then timing it perfectly to send that shot in reverse. And, you know, we can't measure Hart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
Offense is coming free and easy as we wrap up the first. It's the Pacers. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on Indiana so far?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
Taking a look at Philadelphia. They've got Joel Embiid. Tyrese Maxey is out there with George. And it's Grimes in at the 2. Now the ball out of play. The Pacers will have it. Clark, one of the league's premier scorers. Embiid does a lot of damage in the mid-range.
I tell you, for a guy as big as he is, I just marvel at his touch, his footwork, and the fact that he scores at all 3 levels. He scores at the rim, mid-range, he's dangerous, and then the three-point shot is one that he can knock down with decent regularity. So at his size, most would like to see him attack the rim more, but I still marvel at his versatility as a scorer.
For 3, Maxey. Rebounded by Halliburton.
He had more than enough room to hit that, just couldn't make it happen.
Nembhard, the pass to Siakam. And then Siakam with the jam.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard. Unnecessary to go to the fadeaway there. It wasn't needed. Could have just kept it simple and taken the easy shot.
George. It's rebounded by Pascal Siakam.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
And then Turner with the dunk.
Halliburton makes the right play most of the time. He's just a steady hand out there. Great poise and vision.
Oh, they get a hand on it. Mathurin with a steal. Here's the break. Jumps up. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points while the other guys struggle to keep up.
George, a deep 3. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Indiana leading by 13. Nembhard, the pass to Turner from the corner. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Turner's gotten 4 this quarter. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run, and honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that.
Here's Maxey. Yet to see a basket. George scanning the floor. Embiid finds George. Good. And the assist to Embiid.
You know, George is unstoppable when he puts it all together like this.
And Halliburton has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. And he gets the bucket.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
Paul George, one of the most versatile and dynamic players in the league. I mean, he does a lot for his team offensively and defensively, which I think frees up the other guys to do their thing.
76ers trail by 15. A minute 50 left to play in the first half of basketball. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Embiid knows how to bully his way into position for the putback.
Pass to Turner. And here's Halliburton. Again, Indiana.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
A minute 9 left in the first half. Here's Siakam. Rebound by Philadelphia. Pass to George. Snatched away. Oh, and a fast break for the Pacers. Three-pointer, Halliburton. It's good. And give the assist to Siakam. Halliburton's got 17 points.
Talk about confidence. Halliburton oozing with it. No hesitation off the catch and shoot there.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Pacers.
And even losing big, you have to maintain composure if you want to avoid embarrassment.
And the 76ers going with a whole new group out there. And the dunk by Halliburton.
Like the way Halliburton continues to take more responsibility on the offensive end. His game warrants that he does that. Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Indiana leading by 16. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half of this game. Halliburton looking for an opening. Pass to Siakam. Just 4 to shoot. Three-pointer off the mark. Lets it fly. That one no good. And so it's Indiana in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. They hold her. All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Tyrese Halliburton has been sensational.
Yeah, he's kind of been the floor general for them tonight. A lot of assists for him.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
Top it out there with Aaron Nesmith. Then it's Shepard, then it's Thomas Bryant, and it's McConnell in at point guard. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Puts it up from the high post. Bryant, no good. 76ers trail by 16. And here's Oubre from the arc. Indiana with a rebound. And the Pacers started last season all offense, Grant, but even they knew that would not be sustainable.
Yeah, Coach Carlisle prodded them to at least get to average on the defensive end. And there's no question they have the tools to do it.
Here's Doughton. Philadelphia with another miss. Pacers leading by 16. Pass to Nesmith from deep three-point land. It's hauled in by Oubre.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Doughton. Offline with a baseline jumper. The Pacers have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Here's Nesmith. McConnell outside. There's a screen by Toppin. For 3. That one's good. On the assist from McConnell. Toppin's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Bona. McCain controls the rebound and the putback.
Great anticipation off the missed shot.
Oh, his timing was impeccable.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
Toppin outside. Out left to the wing. Here's Shepard. And the layup falls. And the Pacers lead by 21.
Good, solid execution inside. That's exactly the look you want.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
In transition, here come the Pacers. Pass to Bryant. Back to Toppin. Count the basket. Toppin's got 7 now in this quarter.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Here's Doughton. Back to Drummond. And that one's good.
Boy, a little contact will not deter Drummond. I mean, he gets physical right back and finishes strong.
McConnell outside. Toppin outside. Tries the spin move. Drives to the hoop. And a slam dunk by Toppin.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
Here's Doughton. Pure from three-point range.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
McConnell outside. The three is up. Connects from downtown. McConnell's got 5.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Toppin with a steal. In transition, here come the Pacers.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Here's Doughton. And the 76ers another 3. Pacers leading by 22.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Here's Matherin. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 4 rebounds in the game. And so it's Indiana continuing to pile it on, up 22 as we... And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. Taking a look at Philadelphia. We've got George. Tyrese Maxey is out there with Joel Embiid. And it's Yabusele in at the 4. And for the Pacers, they're shooting the ball with purpose. They're 68% from the field. And then Turner with the dunk.
Well, the ability of Turner to put the ball on the floor and take it strong to the bucket makes him valuable for his team.
Inside, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George.
A sloppy turnover. When you're not locked in, you pay the price.
This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
Nembhard, the pass to Halliburton. Turner with it. Down it goes, and a great assist by Halliburton. Halliburton's got 5 assists in the game.
I tell you what, Turner just has a beautiful touchdown on the block. I mean, you get the ball where he wants it, he'll deliver for you.
George against Matherin. Halliburton with the steal. Throws it up high, and then And Siakam with the jam.
And I'll tell you, Matherin's passing game has a solid foundation. Now, hopefully, it continues to grow here.
And it's Miles Turner with the foul.
Personal foul.
That's his first foul. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. And the foul on Tyrese Halliburton. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And here's Embiid. Matherin with a steal.
Oh, that's some pesky defense. Should have thought twice before attempting that pass.
Halliburton finds Matherin. Back to Halliburton. From outside the arc. They get it back. Here's Turner. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket. Turner's got 6 in the quarter. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Pacers.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
And the defense has been disruptive, forcing turnovers, challenging shots. The turnovers they've been able to turn into points, too.
Halliburton outside. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Here's Siakam. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Personal foul.
And one thing that Siakam has always had a knack for, Grant, cutting to the rim and finishing plays.
Yeah, he plays so well when he has space to move. He's just great off the ball, and that fits with any team. His ability to convert at the rim makes his cuts that much better.
George for 3, sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
Seems effortless for George, that quick release of his.
Here's Matherin. Down it goes, and a great assist by Halliburton.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
He is delivering a lot of room service dimes tonight. One sweet one after another.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
On the wing, Matherin. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter here. Pass to Turner. Shot clock at 6. And then Turner with the dunk.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Oh, stolen by Turner. Here's Nembhard. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Siakam's got 6 in the quarter.
A fantastic athlete. You love the effort Siakam shows on the glass to keep plays going. And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Pacers.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game from Miles Turner.
I have to say, he was totally unleashed tonight, flying up and down the court, helping out however he could. He made a big impact on both ends.
Back to Halliburton. 54 seconds left to play in the fourth. George against Turner. Bucket. He's now 9 for 11 after that one.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
And George launches it from deep. And that time also a missed shot.
If you're looking for ways to help your team, that's last on the list.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness.
Here's Matherin. He can't get that one to fall. Now the 76ers with it. From deep three-point land. Kept alive. Outside Maxey. George, a deep 3. The rebound by Turner. And so it's the Pacers taking care of business in this one, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe.
What are you looking forward to this year?
Well, Kevin, I'm always interested in the rookies, seeing which guys step up. The leap to the NBA can be a huge one, so you never know what will happen with some of these young players.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Klay Thompson is out there with Irving. Then it's Derek Lively. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Marshall in at the small forward. And even 3-on-3 break. Halliburton deciding where to go with it. Siakam. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
And that's the story of the league right now. Most any team can beat any other team on any given night.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
A shot by Nembhard, no good.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Irving can't get it to go.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
And Tyrese Halliburton, one of the best offensive players in the league, Doris. He is so fun to watch.
Kev, this young man is special, and not only because of the flair and the skill as a passer, the shot-making ability. To me, it's the joy he brings to the game and how that joy lifts his teammates around him.
And a wide-open look for Mathurin. Off target with his three. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Outside for Davis. Kept alive. Thompson outside. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Irving. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Last game for the Mavericks, they picked up the W against the Kings in Sacramento. Siakam passes to Mathurin. Siakam a screen on Irving. Shakes him. Yes, that goes in.
Oh, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Rick Carlisle and I did speak a few minutes ago. Now, Coach immediately recognized the many talents of Kyrie Irving. One thing he pointed out was not losing Irving on defense. Coach said Irving is just as dangerous without the ball. We can't let him get behind us. We have to make sure someone is on him at all times. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Davis. Drops in the layup for 2.
And Davis shoots a high percentage because he's so adept at playing to his strengths.
Halliburton inside the three-point line. And a kind roll that time off the rim. Is it one fall? The Mavericks have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Irving kicks to Thompson. Lively sets a screen for Thompson. Knocks it loose.
2 minutes remaining in the first 2 minutes.
And it's out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Let's see, they say last touch by Mathurin. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. They trail by 1. Thompson with the bucket.
The speed with which Klay Thompson gets to his shooting motion off the catch makes him as dangerous as anyone.
Mathurin, good.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Tries the spin move. Marshall passes to Lively. And finished off by Lively.
Let's remember, this guy's got a 9'4" standing reach and a vertical that's ridiculous. Lively just getting to the rim.
Siakam with it. Guarded now by Marshall. Mathurin for 3. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Field goal Mathurin.
For Dallas, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Siakam outside. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
With a harmonious blend of length and strength, Siakam has become a dependable interior scoring option.
Davis against Siakam. And the basket is good. and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
Here's Siakam. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
Well, you love the size and the length of Siakam, so he's comfortable in the painted area, does nice work there.
And offensively right now, each team getting what it wants.
Yeah, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility coming into this one.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Halliburton against Davis from the top of the key. That shot no good. Benedict Mathurin has been leading the charge for the Indiana Pacers. He notched 8 points in the quarter. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And when you consider how the Pacers are doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
The perimeter pairing with Nembhard and Mathurin. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Halliburton in at the point guard position. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Well, certainly with one of the more unique shots in the NBA, Halliburton gets it done.
You know, Kevin, credit to Halliburton and the organizations he's played for, because a lot of them would have changed or tried to rebuild their shot. Halliburton and his organizations knew the shot worked, and he stuck with it. And now he's one of the best shooters at his position.
Mathurin. Klay Thompson grabs the miss. And here's Marshall will bring it up for the Mavericks. 4-point game. Lively with it. Mathurin picks him up. Marshall gets the bucket.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Davis against Halliburton. Inside. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton has become the face of the Pacers franchise. He says they've done a great job of allowing me to spread who I am and how I play throughout the organization. Guys and the coaches have adapted to that. Good things are happening. I want us to be the best team in the league. Kevin, he's certainly taking us in the right direction.
David, I'm infatuated with this guy as you are. He does so much at such a young age. Man, the sky is the limit. And a wide open look for Halliburton. That doesn't go either for Halliburton. And on the way from Irving for 3, and finished off by Lively.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Down the Pacers' doors last season, trading for Pascal Siakam to complement this hungry team.
And Kevin, it's important in a couple of ways. First of all, he's a two-time All-Star who's got a championship pedigree. The other part of this is Indiana is an equal opportunity offense, so they want to share the basketball. But Pascal brings individual playmaking and shot making, and sometimes that's a must-have in this league.
Hits the three-point line. Siakam's got 9.
This is a guy with size and range. You cannot let Pascal Siakam get those kinds of looks from deep.
Mathurin attacking. Pass to Halliburton. Nembhard with it. Down low and stolen by Kyrie Irving. And it's the Mavericks on the break.
Marshall with it. In the first half, 2 minutes.
Here's Davis. And Davis throws it down.
And phenomenal movement in that pick and roll. Davis has a sense for where to move after setting that screen.
Turner trying to free himself up, and the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut to just one on the basket from Siakam.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Outside Mathurin. Siakam against Davis. Stolen by Thompson. They get a hand on it. To the paint. Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
Well, this is your 2019 most improved player, and now Siakam trying to become that franchise-level guy, carrying the load tonight.
However you feel about Kyrie Irving, you cannot deny, Doris, he is an elite player still.
Kevin, there are many who consider Kyrie Irving to be the greatest finishing guard in the history of the game. I mean, left hand, right hand, a little bit of English and polish, big shot maker. And what I love for Kyrie Irving right now is he seems content and happy.
Outside for Halliburton. And finished off by Halliburton.
We're talking about a guard who's got some bounce. Tyrese Halliburton with the hops.
Perfect. That shot goes in. He now has 3 field goals and 6 misses today. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable. And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Pass to Lively. Good work defensively by Turner.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively. Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Halliburton finds Mathurin. Now Turner wide open. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Davis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pascal Siakam getting it done for the Indiana Pacers. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with them. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Come one, come all.
And taking a look at the Pacers, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes, and then you have subtle changes.
And moving on now, the Mavericks are in the thick of it. A very competitive game so far.
I'm surprised it's this close, not gonna lie.
Thanks for joining us.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Pascal Siakam in this game, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
So with Davis sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. We've got Dante Exum. So Williams out there. P.J. Washington is out there with Daniel Gafford. And it's Prosper in at the 4 slot. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
To the inside. And there's Toppin on the assist from Shepard. And the Pacers lead by 1. When a team, Doris, is on a losing streak, what lessons can be learned from that?
Kevin, you know this. Losing streaks seem to be inevitable in the NBA. The season is too long to go through without some adversity. What I think you learn is grit and how to keep fighting even when you don't have your best game available.
Just 4 to shoot. Here's Exum. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
A shot by McConnell, no good. Dallas has gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Williams inside. Gafford, no one around him. Offensive rebound, second shot opportunity. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And Williams drops them both.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Here's Toppin. Pass to Neesmith. Tapping a screen on Washington. Here's Neesmith. Plays it up and banks it in. Neesmith has got his first 2 points.
And this has just been back and forth all game.
And Gafford throws it down.
Daniel Gafford is a vertical threat at the cup. Look out below.
Well, Daniel Gafford has carved out Doris a role in this league with his hustle, his intensity, and his rim protection.
All of those things you just mentioned, Kevin, are skills. He plays hard on both ends. Gafford can defend the paint. He's going to crash the glass. He's going to run the floor. Listen, figure out how you can fit and do your job.
Here's Shepard. He's covered by Washington. Here's McConnell. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Toppin with the steal. Here's the three. And McConnell gets it to go. McConnell's got the lead up to 6 now for the Pacers.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Pass to Exum. The kick out to Williams. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Well, he tries to enter with a three of his own and can't do it. You can't get caught up in the one-on-one aspect. My goodness, Toppin puts on a show. What a special dunker this guy is.
And it's Washington missing. Indiana leading by 8. Here's Toppin. Drives to the hoop. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Dallas has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. Here is the 2K leaderboard with last season's top passing teams. Number 1, the Pacers.
The way these guys move the ball offensively was really a joy to watch. Great teamwork and unselfishness. And that's why we saw those great assist numbers a season ago.
McConnell passes to Neesmith. Neesmith with the slam.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Here's Williams, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Way to create just enough separation to get that shot to go.
Well, to me, that's about skill overcoming size. And how about the fearlessness of the offensive end?
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead. Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Back to Neesmith. Pass to McConnell. From deep three-point land. It's rebounded by Dallas. Tipped away. Here we go, one-on-one. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Pacers out in front. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his guys.
Hold your ground. Hold your ground.
Come on, everyone. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. They've got Bryant. T.J. McConnell is out there with Shepard. Then it's Neesmith. And it's Toppin in at the power forward. So that's the group out there for Indiana. McConnell finds Bryant. In the corner, it's Neesmith. Rebound by Marshall. Mavericks trail by 10. Pass to Irving. Plenty of space. That one goes. Count it. Irving's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Mavs. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Here's Davis, and it's sent back by Turner.
How about the reach of Miles Turner? He covers so much ground to come up with these blocks.
Nembhard the pass to Turner. Nembhard with it. Working on Thompson. Nembhard's shot is good. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Indiana.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game.
And the call will go against Benedict Mathurin. That is his first foul of the game. So it's the Mavericks now, trailing by 10.
And I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit. Well, you love the persistence on the offensive glass. All about effort right now.
Turner for three. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And here's Marshall from the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Marshall's got 5 points in the quarter.
Now, even with that shoot-first mindset, Klay Thompson willing and able to make a great pass.
And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Turner with it. He's picked up by Irving. 5 on the clock. And Turner the bucket on the assist by Siakam.
Well, you just love how Miles Turner goes right up with it, right? No hesitation, catch and shoot.
On its way from Irving for 2, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Well, 9 times out of 10, that probably is a miss, but somehow he finds a way.
Siakam inside, covered by Irving, count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
Well, this is part of Pascal Siakam's growth, the willingness to absorb nightly responsibility to score the ball.
Here's Irving. It's hauled in by Tyrese Halliburton. Pacers leading by 7. Siakam outside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
I think the value of Pascal Siakam is the skill set on both ends of the floor. He can play multiple positions either end, and he can lift his team in any number of ways.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Here's Irving. Davis, the pass to Marshall. Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
And for his position, Davis, a solid distributor. He's one of the league's most unique players.
Davis against Halliburton. And a wide open look for Siakam. And he's good on the 3-ball. Siakam's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, you can see he is not shy from range, and Pascal Siakam continues to work on his consistency.
Lively finds Davis. The kick out to Irving. Over Halliburton. That's it, and the Pacer lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Kyrie Irving.
You are not going to find too many better in the mid-range than Kyrie Irving.
Here's Nembhard. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Oh, great move there. That spin just dusted the defense.
Irving against Mathurin. Irving dishes to Thompson. No good from outside. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. And finished off by Halliburton.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Pacers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight. Used it in their first 2 games against this team, which equal to 2 wins.
And when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Pascal Siakam.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Halliburton against Irving. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good